How we all doing? How we all doing? We are live. Listen, right off the top, got to tell you guys that I changed some audio settings because we're having some issues with some of the things that I'll be discussing here today. We've been doing a little bit of prep work for some cool things that are coming here. You may have already seen, and I need you guys to tell me in the chat if my audio sounds weird as shit or if it's okay. Hopefully it's fine. I trust that it's probably okay, but I'm always gonna do a little test myself here while we start getting going here. I can hear myself, so that's good enough for me. You guys let me know what it's like on your end because it's very hard to tell. Um, but yeah, super excited. Live again, weekly live, 11 a.m. unless there's some sort of weird time change ever, which most of the time I try to not have that happen, but sometimes it does happen. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I'm exhausted, to be completely honest with you. There's a lot of things that have come across, and a part of the thing that I want to talk about today, too, right off the top, if you have anything that, oh, nice, very good, very clear. Appreciate it, Roxy's World. Thank you so much. Awesome. That's terrific. It's very weird. I know you guys probably don't care about this, but when you like go from streaming platform to streaming platform, it is literally different every single time. Like I use one service called Restream. Other people use StreamYard, EVMux. It's literally different every single time, and it's funny because the actual software itself, a lot of times, like where the settings is, it's gotta be like some sort of open source system of settings that everybody's using because it all looks exactly the same. But for some reason, the experience is different. And when you're talking to people on live streams, it's weird. I don't know. Don't want to bore you guys with that, but that's just what I'm dealing with. So it's kind of funny. Anywho, appreciate that. Hopefully, we're good on the audio situation there. Probably only going to do an hour today, most likely, because there is a upcoming show at 12 that I think we would all probably be interested in here. I'll switch over. Quick background here. This is Kraler, the guy pictured here, and this is the WP Tonic. I'll drop a like on this, and I will drop a link in the chat here to any of you guys that want to go check this out because I will be trying to hit this live. Quick little background here is I've never spoken directly to Kraler, but I've watched his videos. He's got I don't know, probably like 50,000 subscribers at somewhere in there, mid tens of thousands somewhere in there. Uh, and makes interesting content, a lot of different like browsers. If you guys are technical more than just WordPress, he makes a lot of that stuff. But the topic here is becoming a WordPress influencer in 2024, and I'm super excited to see his thoughts on that. And Jonathan and Kurt over at WB Tonic always put on a great show, so super excited to see that. Just want to shout those out where I can because that is probably where I'll be in an hour listening to that show there. Couple housekeeping things and couple announcements, housekeeping things. Since I go live literally every single week, I feel like there's so much happening, and I want to try to keep you guys up to date on like the WordPress stuff that I'm seeing and like kind of the things that I'm doing, collaborating on other people, like what they're doing, just because I think there's a lot of value out there, and it's very difficult to consume all of it because it's like coming at you from 40 different angles. And interestingly enough, one of the topics that I think has kind of resurfaced over the last week or so is like the WordPress Media Corp thing. And that is very in line with what I was talking about there as far as how do you know about new WordPress things and stuff like that. So I would obviously always recommend you go follow WP Minute. Matt does a fantastic job over there. WP Tavern, WP Builds, like a lot of those news oriented things. Do a little bit of that here, but not to. I want to try to toe the line, as you can tell with the news and the technical stuff and the business stuff. So, but the reason I'm saying all that is because it is very difficult to keep up with it if you care at all. And there's just a lot of things there, and I'm in the trenches every single day, like in on X and Facebook and everything like that. And it can be exhausting at times. And I'll just give you a little bit of inside baseball behind the scenes on what we're working on recently here. There's a lot of different things that we can kind of discuss. If you saw any of the promotion material so far for bridge builders, that Maddie Eastwood's idea, that we did the first episode on this channel. We're doing the next episode on his. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. I hope you guys are there tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, a lot of different things. I got some notes here. We'll run through them. Also, right off the top here, if you guys are here, greatly appreciate you. Smash that like button. But also, if you have any questions about anything that we got going on, anything you want to see me test or whatever, I can pull up a demo environment. We could talk about things. We could look at different stuff. Let me know what you want to see. I know you guys have a lot of questions about the portal stuff, dynamic data. We'll talk about all of it. Let me show you some of these things here that went on. We can dive into some of the stuff here. The first one is I made a video not too long ago now. What is it, like a month ago, about Bento, which is an email marketing platform that I was recommended by Sunny T over at New Pulse Labs, which you guys should go follow as well. And I'm loving it so far. It's fantastic. Jesse Hanley, the founder, developer, and everything like that. He's a madman. He's a genius with all this stuff. So I made this video if you want to see like just a overview of everything like that on everything kind of that's going on, and then and like what the platform is like. But the reason I'm bringing this up is I just sent out my first email yesterday, my first like real actual email to my subscriber base and everything like that about actually the live stream that we did last night, and it went great. We go over to the channel here. Let's see if I can reload this here. So much shit going on, guys. If you didn't see this stream with Alan Blair, I know I'm talking about a lot of different things, but it's because I do it a lot of different things, and I don't expect you guys to catch them all as they're happening. So I just kind of like to recap a little bit because I know there's a lot of value here that you guys can absorb from some of this. If you don't know about BEM, if you've used BEM before but you wanted a deeper look, this was a fantastic conversation with Alan Blair from over at WP Easy. He woke up at 6 a.m. Australian time to do this with me yesterday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So definitely go show him some love. Go subscribe to him if you're not already. And that was an hour and a half conversation about his usage and thought process on BEM, block element modifier methodology for CSS, and just he was just in bricks giving demos, and we had a lot of people in the chat talking about some stuff of all different skill levels. Fantastic combo. I want to keep doing more of that stuff. I love having people on. I love going on other people's shows. It's fantastic. So highly recommend you go check out that episode there, that live stream, replay that. I think you'll definitely get a lot out of it if you are in the CSS bricks world. If you want to learn more about that stuff, highly recommend there. And similarly, like I was saying, the reason I brought that up with the Bento thing is because I'm trying to do a lot more. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm trying to create with this YouTube channel, with everything I'm doing, with the forthcoming website, which we can talk about, and maybe one day I should just build the damn thing on live stream because I'm not going to finish it otherwise. Is one thing I'm trying to build is really a sense of community here. A lot of other people have the communities. I'm trying to continue to build that as well. I love your guys' support. I want to continue that. I want to try to give back to you as much as possible, and just provide as much value as possible. And one of the ways that I'm thinking about that, very interim ways, or very initial ways, is to literally just build just a list of emails and things like that. And again, that's why I bring up the Bento thing. And this is currently the website in its fullest form, which is literally just a kind of like a link tree equivalent type thing. But if you go there to marksmansky.co, you can come down here and you can sign up, first name, last name, email address. And then when I send out emails about different live stream events or other things that I'm working on or seeing or whatever, then you'll be the first to know there. So just sign up for the newsletter there. I would greatly appreciate it. It would be dope. So that's that. Couple other things here. Let me check these off of my list. We did a live stream. Man, we do so much shit. This is crazy. It's hard for me to keep up. We did a live stream here. I did a live stream with Brian Cords, fantastic developer, WordPress developer, works for, I'm pretty sure it's a large agency in the WordPress space. You should follow him on X too, because he's a lot of good insights on there. He's always writing different pieces and blog posts and things like that, making YouTube videos as well, and he's got a podcast called ViewSource. We were on there last week. I believe that was probably right after our stream. I think it was right after I think I probably said it last time, but it hadn't happened yet. So yeah, I mean, This was a great conversation because I had no, this was about version control, which I had literally no idea what that was at the time. And Brian being like much more of a developer than I am, like actually with like a, code, like deeply into that, and not really more of like a visual, uh, like builder, and like not really in, he uses Gutenberg obviously, for certain things, but like actual software development. Okay. It was just eye opening. It was really educational. I loved it. We had a lot of great conversations, and here too, ton of different perspectives, ideas, and everything like that. And somewhere in here, he even brings up like, like actual examples and code and things like that, to kind of explain what's going on. But we were just, it was fantastic. A lot of people asking questions, different things. I was learning. This is the type of stuff I love doing. I love to provide value where I can, but also get like knowledge from other people that have figured out things ahead of me, have more experience in different things, and yeah, just loving that. So definitely go check that out if you missed that one. Um, just doing a lot of shit, man. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I don't think I actually linked up this. I might have. I don't know. I've lost track of the links already. It's only been 3 minutes. But that's the link for the Alan Blair stream as well. That was fantastic. Like I said, just really enjoy this stuff. I don't know what to say. I probably sound like a broken record. Apologize, but really loving this aspect of life. And I'm gonna riff on that for a second here, real quick, because again, it goes back to the whole community thing. Goes back to creating content and trying to provide as much value to you guys as possible. I'm gonna be completely honest with you that I had a client meeting in the middle of Wednesday, in the middle of yesterday, and this will fade into some of our next topics. But I had this client meeting yesterday, and I needed to kind of like prep for it and do some different things. And I'm gonna be completely vulnerable, 100% vulnerable with you guys right now. Like I genuinely do not like client work anymore. Like it's not something. It's not that I don't like the clients. It's not that I don't like that. It's just like this is so much more fulfilling to me. Trying to talk to you guys, educate you guys, provide value to you guys. Just literally whether it's technical stuff or like philosophical type WordPress shit. Like it's just way more intriguing to me. It's way more fulfilling. I will say the thing is that it's way easier, like way more traditional and way easier to like make money from like client work than it is to make money from this stuff, which there's millions of people still monetizing these types of things. It's just a different type of business. So that's one of the things is I just really, really enjoy this, and I'm going to continue to push in this direction because I don't want to abandon client work and things like that in the agency and find a tech, but I do really, really enjoy this stuff. So just being completely honest there with you. So you'll see more of me around here. And you'll see more of Matty Eastwood too, because he's getting into it as well. Brother, good to see you. Brendan O'Connell as well. Everybody's in the crowd here. Appreciate you guys. Um, yeah, so that's just to kind of wrap up on that little rant riff there. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm definitely like way more interested in content creation, consulting, and like educating way more than I am like the agency side of things. So we'll see how that continues to evolve, won't we? That'll be interesting. Cool. All right, so a couple more announcements here. What else we got? Damn, we have a lot of announcements. It's crazy. We got a new series, okay? So actually right now too, Jonathan Jernigan, you can see over here, he's live right now and he's talking about some generate block stuff. He came out with a dynamic data course about specifically in like generate blocks, I think, and like way closer to like core experience. And I've been thinking about this for such a long time, but that kind of like sparked me a little bit to do something like super fundamental, and also because listen, like I literally go day to day meetup groups, Facebook or like WordPress meetup groups and shit, and I talk to people all the time, and I'm like, how are you working in WordPress without utilizing dynamic data? Like, custom fields, custom post types, relationships. Like, it's legitimately crazy how many people are not like leveraging that. So I'm going to give you guys the inside baseball, just the backstory here, if you're interested at all, is the WordPress Dynamic Data Fundamentals series that I just started up here. So we got 2 videos so far, about an hour and a half in total. And there's probably going to be at least 2 more. I have pretty much everything filmed, and it's not like super extensive, but just from watching these few videos, it's not like a PB 101 where it's like every nook and cranny of like everything in like a page building thing, like, which is fantastic. This is specifically just understanding how WordPress works. And my impetus and my thought process for this idea was I didn't want to make it, I wanted to make it relatively agnostic and relatively like low barrier of entry. So I'm not going to recount these whole things. I will, if I click on here, I think I can go to the playlist and then I'll drop this in here if you guys haven't seen this yet. Maddie, appreciate you. Solid series, well structured and presented. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate it. But just like the high level here, to any of you guys that haven't seen this yet, have maybe it's popped up and you haven't watched it. If you understand dynamic data to a good degree, you will not, like, you might not need this. However, I will say that for anybody that you know that doesn't use dynamic data, doesn't, I mean, like, I know, literally know developers that do not, or, you know, webmasters, whatever you want to call us, that don't use dynamic data at all. If you don't, for some sites, you might not need it, but I would say like in 99% of sites, it could benefit from at least one custom post type. It doesn't have to have crazy relationships. It doesn't have to have taxonomies. But I've never even really came across a site, now that I know what these concepts are, I've never came across a site, even basic ones, that have zero custom post types. I mean, at the bare minimum, you could argue every website needs to have policies, right? And you don't have to do those in custom post types, but it'd be kind of slightly easier, you know, if you did it that way. So there's just a lot of things, a lot of value of life. Like, you're literally, your life changes when you understand CPTs and custom fields. And for some of you guys, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but if you have anybody in your life or in your circles that don't understand this, don't know about this, definitely share with them, because I do think it's going to be super valuable to them, and it's free. So like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Just like watch it. But yeah, so we did pages, posts, and third-party post types. Also, random note, again, I've never heard anybody address this piece right here, this third-party post types, which is like, back in the day when I progressed through this, I literally was like, wait, I want to have projects on there. I want to have a portfolio. And then you type in the word portfolio into the repo, the WordPress repo, and you find some weird plugin that like does that for you. But it's really like a third-party post type that they created, and you can only fit into that mold. And it's like, that's better than trying to shove it all in posts or something, but it's not what you want to do. So I really feel like, I just really feel strongly about this. I'm very, very, very enamored by and obsessed with dynamic data. I'm really happy that I just put in the time to film all these. And then, like I said, there's a couple more that I am editing currently right now that go over things like actually building the query loops, actually showing the different things like on the pages, and then the full templating system that WordPress has kind of by its nature, right? Like the different like template parts or whatever the hell we're calling them, of, you know, like archive, single, search results, error page, like just understanding all that. Because I wish I would have had something like this. There is other content out there like this, but I wish I would have had something that was like as straightforward as could have been. Last point I want to make on this is that I think a bird just flew into the window in the other room. That was hilarious. I heard this large thump, and I was like, "There's nobody else home." But anyway, the last point I want to make on this is, because I know I'm going to get comments about this from one person or another, and maybe they watch the stream, maybe they don't. But I tried to make this series as agnostic as possible. The first video is completely pretty much agnostic because it's pure WordPress. The second video has ACF, but it has the free version, so it's technically kind of agnostic in a way, right? It's like, yeah, you're using ACF, but at least it's free, right? The subsequent videos, as soon as you get to the next one, you're like, well, you have to use a builder, or you have to use regular core Gutenberg or whatever, and I'm not going to do that. So like, it's like you have to inject some sort of, we'll call it like an opinion, or at least bias or preference in there, just based on like what you're doing. So the next videos are like, I'm building in bricks. I'm showing how to build a loop and loop items and stuff like that in cards or whatever in bricks. I know people are going to be pissed about that, because they're not going to like, they're going to see this and they're going to be immediately turned off. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I could do it again in Elementor. I could do it again in something else. But the idea is, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just talk about the concepts, but I need a way to illustrate the concepts. So it's tough. Again, you guys are getting the whole backstory here, but that's what I was dealing with there. And the last point on that, there's another piece to that where, like, when you get to options, I don't currently have ACF Pro, and I don't really have a reason for it. Maybe I'll get it one day, but options are something that's like only available in ACF Pro, not the free version. So I just switched to Jet Engine for that, and I showed what an options page was. My hope is that if you're watching that, you're not taking it as like a like a word for word, like this is exactly what I want, this is exactly how I'm gonna do everything. If you use these tools, that's fantastic. Really was trying to illustrate the concepts here rather than like use this tool for exactly this. I think that that line of teaching and that line of methodology is so much more impactful. I really feel like it's way more close to like give a man a fish, he eats for a day, teach a man to fish, he eats for life type thing. That is really what I was trying to go for there. Hopefully it lands like that. If not, sorry, but that's just giving you guys the whole backstory there with that and everything. All right, what do we got over here? Brendan, I went to my first two meetups this week for WP. I volunteered to give June's talk on dynamic data because I had a few because few had heard of CPTs and ACF. Yeah, 100%. Honestly, that's actually funny, Brendan. You gave me an idea there. I know we chatted about that offline. You just gave me an idea there that I also have a um, a meetup group here. I'll give you a little bit of backstory here real quick. The meetup scene, the meetup group for WordPress in Pittsburgh is kind of like slightly dead. Kind of COVID, I think, messed it up. I think there was actually WordCamps in Pittsburgh, two of them before COVID, and then it kind of screwed it up. A lot of stuff was offline or whatever. So like I recently found it, and I messaged, and now I'm like friends or acquaintances with like one of the admins there, moderators, whatever, organizers. And there has only been like one event since COVID, I want to say, or maybe two events, like nothing like significant, maybe a couple. And I was at the most recent one. It was about like speed, like page speed insights, things like that. And there was only about maybe like 10 people there. And Pittsburgh's like not really like a small place. You would think that more people. So I'm trying to like kind of revitalize that a little bit, just locally here. And then I've also that guy, his name is Benji, is also trying to. He has an agency here, and he is also trying to like get other people to talk. So Brendan, you and I might be giving sister talks, brother talks at different things because that's actually a really good thought because I'm sure a lot of people don't fully understand that. And the whole meetup space in general too is kind of interesting because like I think it varies, depending on what the level of, I don't want to say interest, but the level of like skill and like just the types of people that are in the room. Because I've heard sometimes that like, at least maybe in the past, like there was like WordPress meetups where it was just kind of like a help desk type thing, which is fine. But it really depends on like what you're after, what you're going for. Because some like I was thinking, oh, there's gonna be other agency owners there, and really what I found actually was there's a decent amount of people that might do side work, but they were also like a part of an agency. They were, employees for other stuff, which is cool. But it's just like this space that we're in. There's just a lot of different people in different positions doing different stuff, and it's really interesting. So I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely a cool thing there. Same with San Diego. Been dead for 2 to 3 years. It's like the fifth largest market in the country. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. It's wild, superbly wild. But yeah. What else we got here? Let's go back. All right, so this is the big one, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna be crazy. I don't know what to say. Please, if you're here and you haven't already, share this shit from Matty Eastwood over on his channel. Let's all go subscribe to him. Keep getting those numbers up. This is gonna be wild. Like, I mean, I'll give you guys again the inside baseball because you're here. We spent like all day yesterday trying to make this shit happen, and it was awesome. Huge shout out to Brian and Kevin for agreeing to do this, for coming on. Not yet, but obviously tomorrow, and we're really excited. I know Maddie is Maddie brought this idea to me. Quick story back. Maddie brought this idea to me probably a month or so ago now. We did the first one. It's fantastic. We got a hell of a banger here for tomorrow for the second one. We got a really good website that I don't necessarily know if we should share yet, but we got a good website that we're gonna have the guys kind of walk through and rebuild and everything like that. And we have learned so much. Okay, like it's incredible. I don't necessarily know how deep you guys want me to go into it, but like just we have learned so much just from like kind of setting these types of things up, and I hope The one thing that I hope out of these things that we've kind of put together here is just other people doing like having more cool ideas and doing cool shit in this space. Like I mean, this is Maddie's like he came up with this fantastic idea of the bridge building series, and I'm just like I'm stoked that that's a thing now, and I think that there's just so many other like cool concepts and ideas and like content ideas that we can do to continue to like push WordPress out there to more people and get people kind of thinking about it and everything. So yeah, freaking nuts. Hard to believe it's happening. This better be spicy. 100% counting on you, man. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be very good. Obviously, we know these two guys very well, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how it goes. I know that they're both interested in the other's workflow. I don't know, but I'm almost certain that they've never been on a live stream together. Could be wrong. They've definitely talked to. Man, I got $50 on chords. You know what? That's the funny part is like it's not really a. It looks like a matchup, but I don't really know if it's a matchup. I think it's just kind of a. We want it to be, I think, kind of friendly, right? I mean, it's not. It's not like we're not speed building, right? It's a different concept than Jamie's. Um, it's just kind of see what it's like. I really do again though. I'm gonna echo this. I think that this is really good. Again, kudos to Maddie on this. Like this is I'm just a facilitator. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a group messenger trying to get the logistics down. And then I'm gonna be there probably just like eating popcorn tomorrow on the stream. But this is a really cool thing because like this is whether regardless of whether or not like kind of what side you're on, like I am legitimately kind of in both sides, both camps as much as I kind of can be, and just kind of like all over the place, just because that's been my literally my mo for the last 6 months. And for sure, like I use bricks and everything like that, but like genuinely, there's probably a larger discussion, but like genuinely, I think a lot of people don't understand the other builders, which is completely understandable because there's no way that I could understand something that I don't use every day as much as I could understand the thing that I do use every day. So I'm empathetic to that. And that's why I think something like this, though it's only like a 2 hour stream, could definitely give people, like that use Gutenberg and people that use bricks, like a way better like understanding, truly an honest viewpoint of what it is. So I know that was Maddie's, kind of one of his MOs, like when he came up with his idea. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm extremely excited for this. It's gonna be dope. Can't wait to find out how long it will take for one of them to storm out in a huff, and also, I hope that doesn't happen. That would be great. But I think that I'm super optimistic about it. I'm gonna post a little bit more about it after this too, on some of the other things. But we've gotten a good response so far in the Bricks community. We've gotten a good response in some of the other groups and such. I don't know. It's just gonna be an interesting time. Super excited for it. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 23 and a half hours from now. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be super super dope. Very excited for it. Don't know what else to say about it. Matt, if you got any thoughts, throw them in the chat. But yeah, definitely be there or be square. Haha. So yeah, we got that going. Another random thing on my end here is that I've gotten, so I put up those dynamic data videos, and I got another thing about the portal already because people think I've forgotten about the portal, which I haven't forgotten about the portal because it's my thing that I need to build for myself. And it's just, we're busy, Every time I come on here every week, I'm either on with Matt over the WP Minute, or I'm on, WP Tonic, or I'm on like with somebody else. Like I love that. Like I said, I love that shit. I want to continue to do that stuff. So I'm trying to balance everything and do the agency work, and it is a bit of a cluster. So I'm working on it. The portal's coming because I need to build it for myself. So if you're here looking for that, if you watch on the replay, trust me, it's coming. The one thing you can do for me, though, is you can leave me comments specifically about what you want to see, because I am at the point, and I need to talk about this because it goes broader than just the portal. This is one of those zoom out concepts, okay? And it goes back to what I was saying about the dynamic data series. This is a real issue that I'd love to have a longer form conversation about with anybody that's willing to talk about this. But this is what I'm finding, okay? This is my hypothesis with creating content. There is a situation. It is like a perspective, worldview, or just like a mindset or whatever that I think is I would love to dissect, possibly influence in some way. If you are a, and we're talking specifically about like WordPress developers, webmasters, designers, whatever you want to call yourself. If you are watching a YouTube video and you are trying to do it like verbatim, like word for word, instruction by instruction, you really, like, it is my opinion, and again, it's more nuanced. It is my opinion that you really need to get much more sophisticated in the way that you do that. Now, again, everybody's different levels. I understand there's like people like just like watching WordPress content that are only building like one WordPress website. I get all that. But I think like the next step, the next iteration of it is not just watching a YouTube video for the literal step by step, but for, again, the broader concepts of everything. Let me try to explain what I mean. I have people talking to me, commenting on the portal videos, and they say, "Hey, Mark, thanks so much." Well, I have people commenting on other videos, like videos that aren't portal related. Say, "Hey, nice video. When are you going back to the portal?" Because I literally, like, they're saying that they need my videos in order to complete their portal. I I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate the fuck out of that. That like somebody is like just going verbatim off of what I'm saying. But I would really, like, in my heart, I do not like that. Like, that it concerns the shit out of me. I don't want to create a situation where like I say something or I do something and somebody just copies it like a just like a, you know, like a robot, okay? That's not really what I want to create. What I want to create is something that's like, "Hey, I'm doing this. I did it this way. Here, it's one way to do it. Go look at other people's ways to do it," stuff like that, and then expand on what I'm doing. Don't just copy it. Like you can copy it. I don't give a shit. I honestly don't care about that. Like, copy whatever I want. If I put up like documents or whatever, like templates and stuff, you can copy that. But what I'm saying is, like, that's what I would love to foster, and I'm not sure if that's even possible. I'm just ranting here to you guys because I know some of you may care. Some of you may not. But like, that's where I'm at with this. I'm trying to be super transparent because I genuinely don't know how to kind of like navigate that in a sense. There's really nothing I guess I can do on my end, but like I would love to see that foster into more of a, "Hey, this is the baseline information. Take it and expand on it, or take it and like utilize it in a more profound way even than I told you. Don't just copy it word for word, because that's like, that just seems so concerning. I don't know. Just a random thought. No more thoughts on my side. The brain's a blur. Yeah, going back to the page builder thing, or the bridge builder thing. That's it was a hell of a day yesterday. So we're taking today as a promotion, testing things, and we got to be ready for 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. But yeah, so that's kind of the whole portal thing and everything like that. If you guys got any questions, if anybody's here for technical stuff too, we can chat about that and all that jazz. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that are pinballing around on my end for the bridge builder stuff and all this different content that I want to make and everything like that. That's another actually good point too. I mean, I literally have a list. I have a whole ass Google Keep note of questions. Oh man, I should show this. Hang on a second. I should show this because I haven't looked at this in a long time, so I can't be held liable for whatever this says. Let me make sure there's nothing ridiculous on here though. I don't think there is. I can't be held liable. I don't think so. I know you can't see it right now. I don't know. I think there's a huge list here of stuff that I kind of created about like questions about WordPress that I'm like trying to continually navigate as well, because it's very interesting. Because like even over the last couple of days, you've seen more conversations about just kind of like Gutenberg in general. Obviously, Kevin's always on there talking with his opinions and things. And then I think recently there's a good thread in there with him and Mike McAllister. I was so excited. I'm going to talk about this. I was so excited because I actually put in there the Do It Live GIF from Bill O'Reilly, and I don't know if they'll ever chat live, but it was awesome. I'm bringing Kevin up here because obviously like it's the example, but like he put a Loom video. I don't know if you guys saw this on X. He put a Loom video about explaining, literally like in Gutenberg, showing what he was doing and what he was talking about. Listen, guys, I know some of you guys know that I fucking despise walls of text because it's useless communication a lot of times, especially with more nuanced things. But like that was amazing. Like I was so excited that somebody finally stopped. Like these platforms, they like Matt Medeiros knows that I love voice memos. At least these platforms they support voice memos and they support videos. Like let's start passing videos back and forth to each other. Like that would be awesome. It would definitely get the job done a little bit more with certain like these nuanced things where instead of like writing a shit ton of text, we're doing that. I don't know. I do have a lot of respect for you guys to type a lot because I don't know how you have the time to I don't know how you time or the dexterity in your fingers to type that much. It's amazing. But yeah, I don't know, just a random thing that I kind of thought of there. From Brendan here, love the comments like this high level tutorial you made didn't fit my exact use case, or actually there's a slightly better, more complicated way to do it that takes 10 times longer. Yeah. Yeah, that's you know, in the creator space it's difficult to deal with those types of things sometimes. I don't I don't know. I try not to take the I try not to take the stuff too much to like heart or anything, but but yeah, that's I'm looking at it more of, you know, kind of like you're looking at it there, Brennan, like what are these people kind of thinking? How can I help them more? What is the exact situation? Where are they coming from? And I think it's just really interesting. Again, it's a topic in and of itself where it's like there's so many different people that watch these videos. Like I literally question sometimes how the people find the videos because these damn client portal videos that I have, not even the series, but these other couple videos that I have on my channel that that I've had on there for a while, and we could talk about this because I know I think a lot of us in this stream here specifically are kind of in a similar boat with this. I'll bring it up and then I'll share it here. Let me go to my channel. Let me just kind of show you guys some more inside baseball on this because it all relates to this. So like if you look at these videos, right, that I've produced and you go to popular. So I've had way more videos on this channel. Like if you look on the back end, there's probably probably three times as many videos. But I've pruned the channel because I only want people to see me and WordPress, or me and like really adjacent stuff, like me and WordPress or WordPress agency stuff or technical stuff, you know, like that type of thing. So I've gone very, very tight with that. Like, I mean, I had so many more live streams like during like COVID and shit. Like there's so much stuff that's like outside the scope of WordPress. So I say all that to say that like this video, these two videos right here, right? How to build a custom client portal is 7 months ago, but it was actually longer than that because that was on my agency channel for a little bit. So that video in and of itself probably has like twice as many views. That's outside the point, but the point is it's the #1 video, right, on this channel. So when I'm just dissecting this, I'm looking at a couple different things. The first thing that I'm looking at is there's a lot of fucking people apparently that are typing in custom client portal or client portal, and you can see that all on the back end and everything like that. But there's a lot of people that are looking for that for some reason. And when I saw that, that was the reason that when I saw that topic was taking off, that's the reason that I decided to make this client portal series, which again seems like a good idea or whatever, and you know, has driven us forward a little bit, right? But the thing is, like, it's really interesting when you look at it because, and it puts me in an interesting position as a creator because like I actually want to delete this video. Like I want to unlist this video. I don't want people to watch this video. And the reason is because at a certain point, and a lot of people don't do this, and we're in the weeds here. We're in the minutia. So hopefully you guys appreciate this to some degree. This right here is not a good representation of who I am now. Like I don't use Elementor. I don't use custom post type ACF or custom post type UI. I don't use like ultimate member, like these things that I talk about in this video. I don't use any of that shit anymore. You could use it, and a lot of people do use Elementor, and I bet you a lot of people clicked on that video because it says Elementor, but like there's not, you know, it's not great. So my point is like this is overall arching for like content and just like value, you know, value like providing, I guess, is like at a certain point you have to kind of think like that was great, that's cool, but I think I'm probably gonna like end up deleting this video or unlisting it because I don't really want I'm literally getting people coming to the channel because of that, and then I don't have anything for them. You know what I mean? It's like false advertising. I don't have anything for them. I don't want to create with Elementor anymore. I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. This new series is much more like straightforward and or like related to what I'm doing now. And then similarly with this one, like this was like a random little thing, like for like an Elementor thing, which you may or may not even need to do anymore. I know I'm down a rabbit hole here, but it's just another interesting concept that like is super nuanced that I don't think a lot of people normally get into. It's like, you know, a quick way to do this little thing, and it's like helped a lot of people, but at the same time, just not it doesn't really align with what I'm doing now, and also it brings in and kind of again I feel like a little bit of false advertising on the kind of like what I'm doing, how I'm thinking about things, and the way that I'm doing stuff now. So yeah, and then I made this follow up WordPress video, which had this ridiculous facial hair in, which is funny, and yeah, that was just another example of a time where that is different than where I'm at now. So I don't really feel like that's something that should be kind of representative of me because it's kind of false advertising. Really, just talking about content pruning here. I know a lot of you guys probably may have to deal with that, may not, but yeah, kind of something really interesting there that has been a topic for me as of kind of recently there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have too many answers. I just have a lot of questions. So that's what I do. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm kind of just working on this other content here. Like I said, dynamic data stuff, checking my notes. I really do think going back to the personal website thing, literally just needs to be done. I have an immense amount of ideas that are half baked already, like half created for the marksmancy.co website, and I've changed the domain now and all sorts of other shit. Changed my email, so it's we're working through that process. Really excited for whenever I get that done. Also want to change the my agency website up because I am so tired. Like this. I know we're all over the place. There is. I'm going back to the other thing about where like I'm like so much done. I'm like way done with client work compared to like this stuff because I love this way more, and I'm gonna just completely change the way, and I've already done it, but like formally on the website and everything, I'm literally just gonna be completely upfront with people and be like, hey, like you're here because your website sucks. We build fantastic websites. We don't, like basically saying like we are expensive. We do really good work. We use really good tools. If you want like a cheap thing, whatever, that's da 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 whatever or something like that, then just hey go somewhere else type thing. And really just kind of be way more selective with that. And that's what I have to do. I have to do it if I'm going to stay like as a smaller like operation, smaller shop, or I could like continue to build the team out, which is something that I'm interested in doing as well. And and I could, maybe do a little bit more, there, like a little bit more capacity obviously with that. But yeah, this is just my journey. So these lives, every week are you're just watching me grow one week at a time. I don't know where we're headed exactly, but I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I think we're headed in the right direction. So I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of just rambling about different stuff we got going. If anybody has any questions, we can answer them. But probably just get out of here and go check on that WP Tonic episode with Kraler that I'm interested in watching because I'm very excited to see what he says there. I will shout him out. He does not need my shout out, but I'll bring it up here just because I'm interested in. Let me slide this over here. If you guys haven't seen Kraler, he's got some good YouTube videos and everything like that. But the reason he's like on the WP Minute or not WP Minute, sorry Matt, WP Tonic is because he has like a new thing like Kraler Academy, and there is a somewhere in here he's got some videos about WordPress, and he's got a course somewhere out right here probably. So like building with Cadence. So I don't know if you guys ever messed with Cadence, but apparently he's got a free course in Cadence here that I know he just dropped not too long ago. Apparently it is presented by Hostinger, which is interesting there. So yeah, But I don't know. I'm excited to watch that. I will be in the chat. We'll see what Krayler says. Seems like a great dude. Can't say anything bad about him. Don't really know him. So dope. Other than that, guys, yeah, I'm pretty tired. I gotta go figure out. I gotta go watch that. I got a haircut later. Gotta look good to moderate his live stream tomorrow with Maddie. And yeah, I gotta get out of this house too because it's beautiful here in Pittsburgh. Gotta go either like hit some golf balls or something. I got a ball hockey tournament this weekend that I am got a lot of hockey games in like 3 days. Yeah, like 5 or 6 hockey games in like 3 days span. So yeah, that's all. Appreciate you guys as always being here. We're gonna keep doing this every Thursday, 11 a.m. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button, share it, do all the good stuff. We'll see you tomorrow. Maddie's channel, 11 a.m. Let's